Hi there, welcome to the termly overview for nursery for the spring term. I'm Miss Lindsay and I am one of the teachers in nursery and the early years phase leader. So our core values at Cyril Jackson are kindness, integrity, resilience, aspiration, respect, creativity and curiosity. And these are values that we instill within the children throughout their whole time here at Cyril Jackson. And we start that at the very beginning in nursery. So we do lots around these sorts of things, and you might hear your children talking about these as well. So communication at the moment is going to be slightly limited in terms of in-person meetings. Therefore, if you want to talk to myself or one of the other members of staff in nursery, then do just arrange a phone call with us and we can chat further then. We also give out lots of information and communicate with you guys through the newsletter, the termly newsletters, through Twitter, letters, other letters that we send out, texts, and via our school website as well. There is a lot on our school website, so do feel free to go in there and have a look under the year groups folder as well. So our class timetable in nursery is the same as the autumn term. The children come in the morning, and you've probably seen that we do the register and some handwriting with them, and then we do a phonics session as well. That lasts till about 9:30, and then we have a snack, and then we go off and play. And during our playtime, the adults will intervene and, support your child within their learning through the play session. Then we have a tidy up time, and then we alternate our maths and our literacy teaching. So one week we'll do maths, and the next week we'll do literacy. And then we have activities around those out in our provision on alternate weeks as well. So we do an explicit session at 11 o'clock for maths or literacy. And then we get our full-time children ready for lunch, and they head over to the lunch hall. And then the rest of the children, the part-time children, will sit with their key worker adult and have a story. And then we bring them to you at 11:45 at the gate. Our full-time children in the afternoon, they have an extended play session, and again the adults intervene and support them within their play. Then we have tidy up time, carpet time, and then story time, and then the full-time children go home at 3:30, and that is the same throughout the week. So daily reading and homework. So we have asked you all to get your child a book bag, and once they have that book bag, we will then start being able to send home library books to you. So we change them on a Monday and a Thursday, and there are the two boxes out in the nursery entrance where you put the reading record book and the library book, and then they'll get changed for you. On a Monday and a Thursday. We will only change the books if there is a comment in the reading record book. So do make sure you put a comment in there, whether your child liked the book, or whether it was an enjoyable book to share together. Just pop a simple comment in there, and then we can change that for you. We do advise to try and read for at least 10 minutes a day, maybe with one of those books, or a rich text that you've got at home as well. And by all means, if your child is really, really loving it, continue that and extend that further if they are really enjoying the story. Now, some of our children also have started a Read, Write, Ink group, which is our phonics programme. And in there, they will be sent home a Read, Write, Ink book, a handwriting book that you can do a sound with them each day, and that is for you to keep at home and use the grid that we sent home to you with the sounds on to work out what sound they've done that day and practice writing that at home. Now, our topic for spring term is building, structures and transport, and our key texts are linked to this as well, and we will do lots of learning around this topic. So in English, we'll be reading The Three Little Pigs. Your child might have already spoken about that because we started already. Naughty Bus, and The Three Billy Goats Gruff. So for each of those, there is an outcome that we expect for the children, and we support them to be able to achieve that. For the Three Little Pigs, they'll draw their favourite part, and then they'll retell part of the story. For the Naughty Bus, they'll draw a map of the journey the bus went on, and again tell us about it. And the Three Billy Goats Gruff is very similar, that we'll get them to draw their favourite part and retell that story. Now, with these stories, we actually do story maps with your children, and we'll put that up onto Tapestry. And that is a way of your child learning the story off by heart through pictures and actions that we've learnt in class. So do feel free to have a look on Tapestry for the story map, and just let your child look at the story map, point to the pictures and tell you the story. We love doing that at school here, and we find it such a valuable way of getting them to learn new language. So do use that at home as well, and feel free to upload a video if you're very impressed too, and we will look at that. So just some activities you can do at home. Like I said, please use the story maps at home, but also just some other ideas for each of the texts here for you. So you can make the 3 pigs houses and retell the story. Lots of the activities we do is to encourage your child to talk lots. We try and immerse them in lots of rich language, and try and get them to retain that, to use it in different contexts as well. So these activities are very much leading to getting your child to talk. So yeah, making the 3 pigs houses and retelling the story. Make your very own naughty bus, and get him to go around the house and do different things, and maybe tell you what he's done. And then have a go at drawing your own troll, and what name would you give it, and then have a go maybe at writing the name. And if your child's doing phonics, they might be able to put the first initial sound there. But if not, they can just have a go at writing what they think the troll's name is. Just some ideas for you to do at home. If you do take part in any of these activities, again, please upload them to Tapestry, because we love seeing your learning from home. So maths this term, we will be focusing on number, and we will also be moving on to addition and subtraction as well. So within number, we practice lots of counting out from a group. So we'll give them lots of objects and ask them to get out a certain amount. And it's about getting them to do counting one object at a time and saying the correct number name for it, and then stopping at the number we've asked them to stop at. We're also starting to get them to recognise numbers. So you could do lots of that at home, getting them to point out numbers on your way on your way to school or on journeys that you're on. And then we'll eventually build up to matching the number that we've taught them to the quantity that they've counted out. For addition and subtraction, we add small groups of objects together. So it's very much using practical objects to support them with their addition. And we do the same with taking away as well. So some activities you can try at home. Like I said, spot numbers on your way to school. That could be, on the bus, or, just so many different environments. If you go to the shops, there's lots of numbers in there. Have a look out and get your child to point out some, or you can point them out to them and tell them what the number is. Counting in order, so just going up and down stairs, you can count how many stairs you go up and making sure that they're saying one number for each step as you climb. And bake a cake maybe, or make a recipe together and get them to measure out ingredients and to support you doing that. And then also you could make a shopping list together and get them to record how many of each item that you might want to get from the shop. Now, our curriculum covers 7 different areas. So these are just some ideas that cover the other key areas as well that you might like to try at home. Another one that you could do is play games with your child, and that encourages them to share and take turns. That's definitely something we're working on in nursery at the moment, and that covers the personal, social, emotional side of our curriculum, taking turns and sharing, and then talk to them about the importance of taking turns and sharing as well, so that when they come into nursery, they'll know that they need to share with their friends and take turns. For physical development, we would suggest maybe climbing lots of stairs when you're out, and within that, maybe get them to have a go at using alternate feet to climb up the stairs, just to help with their physical mobility. And for expressive arts and design, we might suggest maybe getting them to paint a picture, and getting them to tell you about what it is that they've painted, getting them to explore mixing colours and telling you what happens when they mix the colours, what happens. And again, for expressive arts and design, you could play some music at home and sing together, maybe learn a song and a dance together. I know that would be really fun, and we would love to see videos of that if you want to do that. And then also understanding the world. So that would be maybe popping to your local park or going on a bit of an adventure, and talking about nature and the environment around them. Lots and lots of talk. We like to immerse the children in lots of talking, so they pick up all this rich vocabulary. So just some useful websites. I'm sure you guys probably know better ones than I do, but just some ideas here that if you did want to do something educational on the iPad or on a computer, then here are a couple of websites that we find useful. Number Blocks on BBC is incredible. The children love number blocks, and it's a fantastic way of getting them to learn numbers and number recognition as well. So go ahead and, you know, enjoy some of those. Now, the Enrich website is also another maths website, and it's got some really nice ideas for investigative maths. So go ahead and explore that one if you want to have a look through there. And then on the Read Write Inc website, there is a parents area, and on the parents area there are lots of videos to support you at home. So at Samuel Jackson, we have a passport, and a passport starts from nursery all the way up to year 6. And for every year group, there is a section that has a list of activities that are wonderful, rich things that you can do with your children. We tick some off in school, and we would love for you guys to tick some off at home as well. So it's just another bank of activities for you to do things at home with them as well. So here are just some of the ideas for nursery that we've got for the year. And the idea is that we try and get them all done by the end of the year. And like I say, we'll do some in school, but if you can see any there that you like the look of, then feel free to go and do one of those during the spring term and upload some photos. We would love to see them. And like I've said throughout this, please, please, please continue to use Tapestry. We absolutely love seeing the learning that you do at home with your children, but also we love seeing the rich experiences you're giving your children. So just as an example here, we've got, this is one of our observations of a child making something, and the write-up there, that's the sort of thing that you'll receive at home. And feel free to comment on the learning that is happening in school. We love to see, you know, your comments on there, or whether it's something new that you've seen your child do, pop that on there. Or if you want to follow that up at home, type underneath that you've done that. We absolutely love it. So yeah, do go ahead and keep doing that. And then this observation here is one that has been taking place at home, and it's a child doing some counting and matching objects. So it doesn't necessarily have to be something like this, but just as an idea, do feel free to take photos and pop them on. And as you can see, I've commented on this one as to how impressed we were with the counting that's taking place. So yes, do put lots onto Tapestry. We love seeing it. Now, just some key dates for your diaries. We've got a Child Mental Health Week coming up on the 7th of February, and that will be a week in school where your children will be doing activities around those sorts of things and learning a bit more about that. Half-term break is from the 14th to the 18th of February. Book Week starts on the 21st of February, and we do a whole host of activities around that in school, and you'll see it on Tapestry as to where we're going with our Book Week this year. And then we've got World Book Day on the 4th of March. So they're just some key dates for you. Also, there'll be a letter coming out to you guys to let you know of a Read Write Inc workshop, just to give you an idea of what sort of things we do in school for the children's phonics and their reading, and how you can continue that help at home. So do feel free to go on again to the Cyril Jackson website and go to the nursery folder. And in the nursery folder, there are some videos there that you can watch, similar to this one, where I talk through a PowerPoint and just give you some ideas of things to do at home. Thank you so much for your time and everything that you do with your children at home. Please, please, please continue to do that, because, you know, it helps us massively in school, and we will continue to put things on Tapestry for you to look at and support you at home. If you do have any questions or queries, do get in touch. Like I say, if you want to give us a call, I'm always around after school to have a chat if you need to get in contact. Thank you so much.